Hey, welcome back to the videos. Welcome back. I just wanted to let you guys know that today I'm going to be doing a review on of CoinSpot versus Swyftx, which one I prefer, which one I use now, and some reasons why I use it and why they're good. Each have their own benefits, and both of them have cons. It's just how it is in the crypto world. Exchanges aren't perfect. Nothing is perfect. There's always going to be issues. But yeah, I'm here to share with you some real tips. Not tips, but just share with you my personal review on both the exchanges and which one I would use. I've used both. I've deposited, I've withdrawn, I've moved around coins, I've messed around for months now. So now I'm just finally going to start making this video. I've used CoinSpot since 2017. So yeah, that's my background for you guys for a little bit. So I'm just going to get started really quickly into what I think of CoinSpot. So this is what I'm going to share with you, my thoughts on CoinSpot first up, and then I'm going to go switch over to Swyftx. Feel free to keep watching I'll let you know on what some of the coins that I'm actually investing in later on in the video. That could help you out. Alright, let's get started. So the first benefit to CoinSpot is, the main thing that I want to highlight is their simple, easy, beginner-friendly interface that's really beginner-easy, beginner-friendly. Lots of, it's really simple. So when you first sign up, the simple factor is all you have to do is you get verify your account. Verification is much easier as I heard since 2017. 2017 it was pretty difficult, you would have to do everything manually. Now it's actually a bit more difficult. And they've actually upped the amount that you can deposit into your account to 100,000 per day if you're verified. It used to be only 20,000, so that's another thing that's really good about them. But yeah, the overall interface is really simple to use. You pretty much deposit funds here if you want to deposit, your wallet here if you want to look at the coins you have, you buy now and sell. You can look at the coins that are moving a lot on this interface. You can buy here. You can swap coins here. It's really beginner friendly and it's really focused on the people that are new to cryptocurrency, which is great. And that's what I think one factor is that gets a lot of people into CoinSpot, is how simplistic it is. Sorry, I'm messing up my words there. How simple it is to use. So I want to go over live chat as well. Live chat is pretty good. Pretty simple and easy to use. They have a nice FAQ area that you can look into. You can submit a request here. So you can submit a request. You just give them your account details here, not your account details, but you give them what you're asking for. You request things here, or you can look up things that maybe you have queries about. Let's say you want to know how to deposit. You can just simply type in how to make Australian deposits and anything that you can think of. Basic questions can be put in here that can help you out. And they have live chat here, which you just simply put in what you're after, what you need help with. There's something that you need to be fixed really quickly, or I have a question that won't be answered, that can't be answered on FAQ area, then you can put it in here. Sometimes their live chat is normally really instant and they get replies pretty quickly, but at the moment there's a bit of a queue, as I'm aware. I'm just going to type in random. There was a bit of a queue when I checked earlier. Yeah, so 66 people in queue, so that can take up to probably 30 to 40 minutes of just sitting here waiting for the queue. But normally it's really instant and really quickly you can get in contact with people. But yeah, overall it's not bad. Their support isn't bad, but it could be better at times. If they might be improving that down the line. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty simple interface to use. And their live chat is pretty good. I've used their live chat multiple times to get help with some things that I needed help with, and I've had no problems at all. I want to go into the other thing. The other thing that they have that is really good is the fact that they're really pumping out a lot of coins at the moment. They're adding a lot of coins. They have many coins on offer. Probably one of the biggest amount of coins on offer for an exchange in Australia. So as you can see, there's probably over 150, 160 I think coins, maybe even more now. But they're adding pretty regularly. If you look at the home page, they normally have an announcement when coins are added. Up here, they normally have announcements that tell you coins are being added, which is really a good thing that you want to see in an exchange. Them bringing more coins to the market and listen to listen to the people that are supporting them. One other thing that they have is an affiliate system, so you can recur people into joining under you. You get a bonus, they get a bonus. And if you guys do want to join me under my affiliate link, I'll leave a link below for CoinSpot. But they have recurring buys, open orders, order history, so you can see like history and everything like that, your verification, deposit AED, and you can refer a friend here. So this is where you can refer, and they get $10 worth of Bitcoin on their first deposit. So I want to go into one other quick factor. So the security system is probably one of the top really good. They have many things that you can disable SMS, disable withdrawals, they can disable transfers, anything like that. You can disable it all, and the only way that you can get this back is if you contact support. And yeah, some other phone verifications. So phone verification, so they can't like withdraw money without having your phone number. So your phone number has to be like sent a code, and then you put the code in to withdraw, then you get sent an email. So I've got like most of this set up. I haven't got two-factor set up, but I do have like every other security measure in place pretty much. So it's really easy, a nice easy platform. So I'm going to go over in the cons now of CoinSpot. So if you're a let's say you're only just getting into cryptocurrency, the fees might not be an issue for you, but over the time fees can be add up, and there's a lot of fees that can be annoying to people that are looking to invest a large amount of money. So 1.1% fee they have for buying, 1% for selling, and 1% for swapping over. So that can be really good, really killer. So if you're swapping over coins and then you're selling, that's 1%. That can be like 1% just there, selling it, another 1%. So overall, in a sense, you're looking at about 2 to 3%. 2% you gotta you cough up straight away, which can be high and low depending on how much you're putting in. So for a beginner, it's not a big issue, as long as you're not putting hundreds of thousands of dollars into CoinSpot, because if you're putting 100,000 in, then you're making pretty high fees there. But then you want to look into some of the more hidden fees that are to do with the something that not everyone knows about. If you're a beginner, you definitely don't really know about this. But if you look at other exchanges, for example, let's go on to Swyftx here. If you go try to buy or sell quick deposit, let's just go put a quick buy in. So if you take notice of like the prices of Bitcoin, so here it's 60,000 listed, so $60,331 at the moment. If you look here on CoinSpot, it says it's worth 61,151. So there's a reason for the difference in prices. It's because of spread fees. So spread fees are like hidden fees, and CoinSpot has some extremely high spread fees. It's over like 3 to 4% in spread fees that you're paying hidden. That's one real killer to people that are getting into cryptocurrency, is the spread fees, and that's something you have to look out for as well. So that's one down factor that I look at. There's one other down factor about CoinSpot. Their spread fees are extremely high, like I said, up to 3 to 4%. So the other factor that I've heard about CoinSpot is I've heard that they've actually had times where people haven't been able to withdraw their money. That is complete conspiracy theory. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone, but I've heard people having issues of trying to sell cryptocurrency. I've heard people back when Doge was pumping up that they had issues with selling their Dogecoin in CoinSpot. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this. I'm not saying they're a bad exchange. They might have had a real reason to actually do this. So people that might have been breaking rules or anything like that, I'm not 100% sure. But I just wanted to let you guys know about that issue that I've heard about, so you're aware before you jump into any exchange. Now, are these guys perfect? No. Are they a good beginner-friendly exchange to get into? Yeah, I've had no personal issues at all with them. I've been with them since 2017. But yeah, overall, it's not a bad exchange. Now, I want to quickly jump over to now Swyftx. Now, I've heard about Swyftx. I've only been with them from probably like 5-6 months now. But yeah, overall, the experience of it I've had is pretty good. Their spreads are one of the lowest, and their fees are one of the lowest. I'm going to log out of this account real quickly just to show you on the home page. So I've done a bit of trading, withdrawing, depositing, just messing around with them, not really taking it too serious. Pretty good experiences with Swyftx. It's been really easy It's not easy to use. Some people hate the overall navigation system of like navigating Swyftx. They do have, one thing that they have is a mobile app, which is something that CoinSpot doesn't have. So they have a mobile app for Android and Apple iOS. So it's really simple. You can download the app as well. Verification is really simple, straightforward. So as you can see, you can verify your account. It's really easy. You just have to, you can do it automatically. It's instant, same day. You can have your verification. But yeah, overall, the experience of it I've had is pretty good. Their spreads are one of the lowest and their fees are one of the lowest. One of the lowest fees for the Australian exchange in Australia, as I'm aware. There might be some other exchanges that have lower, but I'm not 100% sure. So it's 0.6% on buying and selling. Spreads are as low as 45%. Like I said before, you can see the difference in prices of the coins. If you look at CoinSpot and then look at Swyftx, that's something a lot of people don't realize, that those hidden fees that you don't really see. So as you can see, the spread fees are really low, compared to CoinSpot. So if you look at like any coin, let's say Bitcoin, see Bitcoin's worth 61,000 on here. That's like crazy high difference. So let's look at like Ethereum. Let's look at the difference of Ethereum here. So we've got Ethereum here, 2,213. Let's go look at what Ethereum's worth here, 2,278. So you can see the difference with the spread fees there. Prices are way higher compared to CoinSpot. If Swyftx is way lower compared to CoinSpot. But yeah, that's one thing that you want to look out for when you're joining exchanges. Now, they have daily limits of up to $100,000. So you can get that if you contact their support. If you don't contact their support, you can get it, it's based $50,000 as I'm aware. So the withdrawal and the deposit options. So the fee of $2 is on top if you deposit under $200. There is no additional charges for depositing and withdrawing. As they explain, they go into detail here. What they talk about is spreads and how they're more important than fees. Spread fees are way more important than just the fees that they exchanges tell you. So most exchanges don't exactly tell you the spread fees. I want to go into one thing I really like about these guys is it allows you, if you come to the top right of this on their main, when you log into your account, you can have the option to have demo mode on and demo mode off. So demo mode allows you to pretty much mess around, buy some coins, sell, play around, pretty much allows you to play around with the platform before you even deposit any of your money. Get a feel of it overall before you put any money into the platform itself. It's really simple. You just pretty much hit the switch. You can just go in and like mess around and buy. Like you go to here where you can buy and sell. Like as you can see, I've done it already here. You can buy and sell. Like you can buy like Bitcoin, instant buy. You can just mess around. $1 your minimum. So the minimum order value is $2. So as you can see, this allows me to mess around and buy like as much as I want. For some reason it's not letting me, but yeah, overall you get the idea of it. You get to mess around with the platform before you even have to put any money in. But yeah, for some reason it's not letting me now. But I want to also go into the fact that this is one thing that most exchanges don't have. There's options of like no messing around with the platform or playing around with it before you can actually deposit money in. No other exchange that I've been on allows this. So this is something that I like, a feature that I like. It seems like it might be a bit buggy, but overall it's a pretty good feature. Maybe it's not buggy, I just don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, maybe that could help you guys out with your decision. So I want to go into one other thing. They have over 228 coins and getting added more pretty much every single week. They're adding more coins. So as you can see the coins that are available to buy here on the side. Minimum, it looks like the minimum is $25. Oh, so now it's working. So it allows me to buy. So that's when I'm on demo. And this is how simple you can put stop losses as well. Your average like stop loss, most exchanges have stop losses. But yeah, this is a little added extra feature that you can just tell the exchange when you would like to sell. Like if something drops below like a certain price, let's say it drops like to $13, how much you want to sell. Let's just say how much, 25. So it will sell at $13. if it hits $13 or if it hits $13, it should sell instantly. Pretty much that's all you have to do. You can set up recurring buys, so if you want to set up an option for you to recurrently keep buying per week, per fortnight, whatever you like. Really simple, easy to set up. Once again, you just have to click here and follow what they tell you to do. Options allows you to deposit. You can deposit your coins from other exchanges into Swyftx. You can also deposit Bitcoin and that sort of, or you can deposit Australian dollars directly here on the side here. They have more options than most Australian exchanges for deposit. They've just added credit card, which allows you to deposit instantly almost. Poly is instant, PayID is instant, bank transfers can be depends on, I think it can be 1 to 2 days. So my option is, I personally use PayID, credit card. Poly I've used before, but it depends. You have to have the bank to do it. There's certain banks you can have to deposit with Poly, but it's really simple and you have multiple options, which is really good. I want to go into another detail here. If you go to trade, you can see charts here. They have an advanced chart. So if this is something more of a if you're more an advanced user, they have the options for you. Advanced in cryptocurrency, and you like to read charts and do all this sort of stuff, they have that option there for you as well, which is pretty awesome. I haven't found many exchanges. I think CoinSpot does have this feature, but it might not be as advanced, as maybe not as good. But as you can see, candlesticks, you can follow. If you're into that sort of thing, you can do that. But I'm personally not worried about it. But just in case if we have some more advanced users in here, do bundles as well. But it's not something that I'd mess with personally. I'll just focus on doing the research and figuring out what you want to buy. So, if anything, these are probably two of the best I would go with. I would do 50% Bitcoin, 50% Ethereum. Probably the best. The rest of them I wouldn't even worry about. So, they have live chat, callback, and help center, which is pretty active. You can get a reply pretty quickly. On average, I get about a 10 to 15 minutes reply. So, it even tells you here the average response time. So, under 30 minutes response. Send a message here, and it tells you they're active. It even tells you the site, how all the features are operation. So it's a little bit of a nice feature there that can let you guys know. It is really good. I've had good experience with them. Fast replies. Once I get the first reply, it's pretty much fast after that. They go into some details if you want to read about them. What is this callback? I've never actually seen this before, but it allows you to actually call them. So this is actually where you get, alright, so I want to go on the security side of things. So this is where I probably would find the security isn't as good as CoinSpot. It doesn't seem like it's good, but it's not as good, I would say. So on the About page, you can come to, if you go to the About page, it will allow you to come to here. It's kind of weird. I don't know why it's sitting on the About page. I don't know why they wouldn't have just a security page, somewhere maybe on this. So you can change your password here, remove two-factor, disable SMS recovery, or you can enable it here. So you should be able to enable your security here if you wish to. Auto log out in 20-30 minutes. But yeah, I would say the security is good, but yeah, it's not as good as CoinSpot. That's one con that I would see if you want to look at it like that. You can set up I would say one other thing that is really good. They have tax. They're partnered with people that actually do tax. So if you're looking to do tax and that sort of thing, I'd recommend Swyftx, as they have a pretty good system for that in place. Really helpful. Guys, want to sign up for any of these? I will leave a link below, like I mentioned before. So if you'd like to sign up CoinSpot or Swyftx, the link is below. I hope this video has helped you guys out. I appreciate it. I will catch you next time.